Vampires threaten the world of Andaria. To stop them, an order of knights has been created. The Knights of Andar.
Vampires not like other foes. They attack not with just their swords and strike you down. They can change a man.
It should be louder. It should be even louder. It's not loud enough. That's great. I love it.
Oh my God.
Vampires, not like other foes.
Oh my God.
I showed it to some of the fans, and they get it. It's funny, but I'm like, the crew's gonna think it's a lot funnier than that.
It's great. I knew it. I was waiting for it.
You knew that was gonna be.
I didn't know it was going to be that line, but I knew you were going to change the Rob dialogue. I knew it.
And how good does Maya's picture look?
Oh my God,
so
it looks
great.
sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, she looks
Oh my
so
gosh.
sick.
Yeah, it's
Thank
awesome.
you. She looks great.
So, guys,
Oh my
welcome to Audio Dungeon. We were laughing at Rob's Tower because Rob is always like blowing the minds of NPCs with information. Like he'll talk to a simple farmer instead of asking him directions. He's like, "Sir, I'm from a different universe." The farmer's like, "Wait, what?
Let me be honest with you.
Ask me where the tavern is." So we love when he's now. I just love when he's blowing people's minds left and right. And that's a lot of fun. So now it's immortalized. The season 3 intro.
And Dan noticed the blacksmith.
Yes. So let me start the show up, and then we're going to talk about that. Guys, what's up? Welcome to the show. This is Audio Dungeon. I'm Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew. And today's episode is Season 3, Episode 3, The Citadel, Part 2. So last week, you saw that the party got split up. Inside was Essence, Kraston, Kadok, and Maya. And we saw what happened to them when they went inside. But on the outside, also the Knights went in too. Also on the outside was Lump, Sparky, Thalen, William, Cole, and Hutch. Now, everybody was trying to get the doors open to keep them from closing, but the doors were too powerful. Connected directly to the Citadel and the crystal, they were closing by whatever means or magic or power, but they could not be stopped. Halfway through it, we saw something happened that forced everyone's attention to turn around. Whoever went in, went inside. Whoever stayed out, stayed outside. That's where we're going to start today. Before we get to that, we're going to talk about Rob, who made some very interesting statements, saying that he wanted to make sure that, well, he felt that too many people have become knights on Knights of Andar.
Knights of Andar.
He's like, I know it's the name of the show.
Right. That's
But-
basically what he was saying.
However,
He goes, I just kind of thought that, me and William would be knights, but like, and it seems like everyone is a knight now. And just do me a favor, I don't want anyone's titles to change to knight because it'll be ridiculous. So I said, okay, if you want to put that out there, we'll keep it, and you can just talk to everybody when you see them. So
you forever
still
be
blacksmith, still investigator, still vampire hunter.
So our king has knighted us. But Rob feels
Lord
that
Commander.
Lord Commander Cat.
you're not really knights. That's what we're getting.
Yes, that's what's happening. That would be accurate.
I would say, like,
Are we in game right now? Is this
No, it's out of game.
Oh,
It's
okay.
out of game.
All right, then I won't say anything.
I feel like, Archie Finn, when Archie Finn went crazy, right? And he killed a bunch of people, he turned into a murderer. And we were like trying to figure out, was it Rob
Or was it
or
Archie?
was it Archie? Because Rob, was still. I feel like Rob's did this heel turn, and we're just trying to pretend that it's normal. But he's like, what is that? That's like, why out of game is he upset that we've been knighted in game, and to the point that he's insisted that the credits reflect that.
I want to say it's equally in-game and out-game. I think it's half and half.
Well, he's
See,
also
he's-
said that in game he will forever introduce Hutch as his loyal blacksmith.
Yes.
Even though
Not
Yes.
as Knight Hutch.
Even though that's
or
not
Sir
you.
Hutch, rather. Sir Hutch. Right.
that's the other Hutch. It's in the other world.
Well,
Right.
Right.
yes.
Well, no, he was.
But
Wait,
I
well,
mean, I'm saying
That storyline was the same. It's just that your exploits went beyond that. Once you got the crystal hammer and such.
Right.
Well, before that, I think that you would probably had a more aggressive, or you were more steadfast about making your presence known, trying to become something with yourself, I would say, in this timeline or this character, rather than the other Hutch that was more like
Who was
Let's-
okay with it.
was Tails to Sonic. You know?
Yes, because like I came out of the mirror a knight in shimmering armor, and Caddock was always very like no. Like no, like I'm a different person. I'm a different character.
I'm a different person.
Well, yeah, not to Rob.
If you're not okay with that, like that's a you problem, okay? And now, like Tom said, we hit a point in the story where our king himself has knighted me.
Right.
If Caddock has a has a problem with that,
I think Rob
in
has a
game,
we're gonna have a problem with that.
in game,
gonna be amazing.
You know, I gotta say, since we're talking about it, like William also felt a little bit that move by our king might have been a little rash, might have been a little bit,
Ooh.
you know, quick to act. Sort of. He doesn't think that they're undeserving of being knights, but I think William definitely had a little feeling of like, you know, that they didn't go through everything that William and Caddock had gone through to become knights. And that like maybe it was a little sort of, I don't know.
Rushed.
Well,
Rush of
Quest
the
is
King
not a
and
night make kind of a thing.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit. He was a little surprised by the king's choice there, you know. And while he totally respects it, because he respects the hell out of the king and he's loyal to the king and the knighthood and everything, he definitely feels like they didn't quite earn it the way that he and Caddock certainly did and have. And that's it. That's what I'll say. That's how William feels. Now, me out of the game, I don't care. Like, you know, I'm
But-
fine with you guys. Like, I
But
don't care,
William
but-
doesn't know what Hutch went through.
Well, he knows his Hutch, and that's what he's kind of basing it on.
But
You
you
know.
know your Hutch.
He knows the Hutch that he you know has known for that amount of time. You know, he has to see you guys as similar, even though he knows you're not the same person. Your backstory, your history to him is going to be at least somehow similar because you're kind of the same person, even though you're not. Like,
This is not to mention also that like Hutch and Caddock very, very close, almost came to blows over
Right.
the hammer.
So
Right.
what's going to be interesting is going forward, when you see the signs in game of that kind of demeanor towards you. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm interested in that storyline.
Oh,
Like
I'm
if
very
this was a show, like
yeah,
that's what I'm looking for.
I mean,
Excited.
I like.
There's
I
some
thought
drama there.
I thought we were finally like starting to get on the same page. I thought we were getting to a point where it's like, oh, like we can live together, we can work together, maybe even be a team.
you could he would say, yeah,
I
it
don't
could be all
think-
those things.
I don't think it.
As long as
I
you
don't
remain
think the
blacksmith.
king's actions helped that.
I think it's very. I think that this is really interesting to me. I'm shocked because I felt
Yeah.
like, you know, like Cole and William were pretty chill and like sure.
Absolutely.
I didn't go to boot camp
Night
or
school.
whatever, right? But like
It was
you
more
should-
than that, bro.
I understand.
You
but,
don't
like,
understand, bro.
There's a certain amount of like, yeah, I haven't done as many nightly things as
you
you
know,
have
William-
done.
William
but it's not like
sees-
William has done a quest like this before.
It doesn't
Like,
matter.
this is above and
Williams,
beyond.
this is a life, you know,
Yes.
a lifelong,
Way of
you know,
life.
dedication to the knighthood,
So
and to have it, you know, very casually kind of thrust upon you at this time.
500 bits coming in from
It
V
was-
Rocket
yeah.
Man. What's up, Evan?
Oh,
It was a little. He was a little
thank
surprised.
you, Evan.
Again,
That's a reroll.
he didn't disagree with it. He respects all of you quite a bit, but he was a little surprised by that move. That's all. That's it.
I just say I didn't
know.
expect it either. So it surprises.
Okay, yeah. So
I just
there you
don't
go.
want to like if there ends up being like the real knights are gonna be over here, guys.
I
You guys
mean,
chill out.
yeah, he's not like seeing it like that, or like it's not like he's not gonna like treat you differently or anything like that.
So you didn't
William,
also advocate
not
for
William,
the
right.
William
credits.
does not. He's not like on that level of
Right.
like, well, this is wrong. He's not saying like that, but he was definitely a little like, oh, interesting. I don't know if I would have made that choice, or I don't know if I, would have,
Understandable.
told the king to do that. Again, but no, it's not like the king could do what he wants. Like that's it. So he respects the process and the situation. But,
Charles Boy goes, "We're doing Dungeon Talk early today."
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
seriously.
Yeah.
It was.
Sorry,
I thought it was interesting just to bring
That is a thing.
It is.
I think
out there.
it was great to put it in the beginning of this episode before we get launching,
Oh, great.
and maybe we'll find out later why.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Guys, let's get going. As I mentioned last week, the party is split. We're going to start with those that are outside. Away we go. Cole, as you're trying to close the door, you're realizing that the door is too strong, and you're pretty sure that with both of you, you're not even really stopping it. It comes to a point where you feel your hands are about to break, and you also see this danger behind you. You're forced to let go. You turn around, same thing with you guys as you're running to the gates, and you're hearing this some kind of sound that just like is new and odd. Something not like a goblin running up. It's something very different.
Big sound.
Big because it's collectively big. You turn around and you see what was probably once angels, but now turned vampiric.
Ugh.
And they're like, and kind of like a wraith. And there's about 50 of them. They land on the ground. And there's one that has on like this, like an emblem on him, and has crystal armor on him that when he moves, you see like almost like rainbow little lights on it. And he seems to be the captain or the lord or the general or something amongst them. And he walks out, and they all kind of just land. They fan out a little bit. He walks out to all of you. Lump, Sparky, and Thalen kind of crowd in, and you guys can role play.
All right.
King Thalen,
I guess we gotta speak to these.
He has his sword out.
do you recognize this creature?
I don't. Oh. I don't know who he is.
Anyone? Lump?
No.
No. Want me to smash him?
Not yet.
I'll smash later.
Go up. He's approaching all by himself, right?
He approaches it into like a parlay position.
Does he have a weapon?
He does. Sword.
Out?
It's out but down in his hands. He doesn't look like he's ready to fight you.
I take out the hammer and hold it down toward the ground.
Who walks up?
I'll walk up with Cole.
Well, yeah.
I walk up too with the hammer. I want to see what effect the hammer has on him, if anything.
Wait, there's only one of him? There's only
No,
one
there's
one work
49
but
of them.
There's only one walking up.
Yes, only him.
All right. I won't walk up then if you guys both are walking.
So two of you are walking up to his
That's a
one
good
person.
I guess so, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys walk up. He stands there. His eyes look like they're like sky blue. And you see his feathers on his wings and such are like white in some cases, gray in some cases, and black in some cases. And he clearly looks vampiric, but he clearly was an angel before. He just looks at you.
Hello. I'm Hutch.
I'm Cole.
I am Lord Xavier of the Queen's Citadel. You trespass on land that is sacred.
We do not mean offense.
Offense has been taken. You have dropped our Lord and the Sacred One to the ground. Retrieve him. You see some of the other angels fly over and they pick up Hex. Not an insult, you say?
see how it is and so.
Yeah, that would have been me, Lord Xavier. We got into a fight on top of his dragon, and he fell.
That happened here. It is one thing to kill another in battle, is another to bring him home and throw him at the base of that hole. You bring dishonor to yourself.
We didn't mean offense.
But again, understood your point of view on this. We we will leave here as quickly as possible. If it is possible, we will leave by the same method as the rest of our party, which is inside, trying to go down.
Your party will be dealt with. They are probably already deceased.
I'm not sure about that.
I am sure that if we wish them to be gone, they will be.
Okay.
You have two options here. You will fight me and my men to the death, or you will sacrifice two of you.
Well, we're not going to sacrifice any of us.
Then you will sacrifice everyone. He walks back.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Did we hear that conversation at all, the rest of us, or not? really?
A little bit, not much.
I just shake my head as we go back.
They come back, it doesn't look like it went well.
No.
Now what?
Strange. This is the second time I think we've been offered something like this, or something similar. They offered.
It was by Hex.
It was by Hex.
Yeah.
He said if we sacrifice two of ourselves, they didn't even say we'd let us go, but he said either you could sacrifice two of yourselves or you could fight us all and die. And we chose to not sacrifice any of us. So they're going to fight us, and they look very powerful.
Can't find all of them. There must be 50 of them out there.
Yeah. Do you have any other ideas?
Does anybody know anything about these creatures? Anyone?
No.
I have read about them. The angels of the Queen are famous, of course, on our world.
How have they been corrupted by vampirism?
I do not know if that is a normal thing that can be done or if that is difficult to do for a vampire, but I have not heard of angels being turned in such a way.
Do you know how these angels can be defeated? Do they have a weakness?
I do not. Todd, the gate on my voice is too high.
Sacrifice two, or they kill us all. That's where we're at.
Well, yeah, they've already. We already said no, and he already said then you'll all die. So then he walked away. I don't know if we're going to have the opportunity to go, well, on second thought, we drew straws. Or we could try it if you think that's best, but.
I don't know. Can't allow any harm to come to Thalen.
I don't know. I look around. Is there any other way besides the giant magical doors that close on us in?
You could run around the Citadel, but
See.
there's no way in that you see.
These things could fly, and yeah.
Right.
All right.
You can't.
I think the opposite, Sir William. I think that I am expendable. And perhaps you could leave here or get inside. We're all going to die here if we face them.
No, let them take me instead, not you.
Your Highness, you are not expendable, but If you want, I can go over and say, please let us. There's some time to parlay on their offer. I go over. I go, my lord, we have shared what your original negotiation was with our party, and we would like some time, if possible, to consider your generous offer before combat begins.
Thalen walks up with you. So I don't see the need for this. We don't need to fight. You know, perhaps there's some other arrangement that we can make. You know, it doesn't need to end in bloodshed here. You have started this, not us. You are here in our home.
Now,
A sacrifice or redemption must be made. That is our way.
I want to put a point of contact. You came and attacked us, and we came back. We did not start this.
We did not attack you.
Your lord came and attacked us, demanded that we sacrifice our lives and join your army or die. Not only our lives, but others that we were sworn to protect.
You speak of the Sunken City.
Yes,
The Sunken City has a long-term pact with the Citadel. This is known.
that is true. And when he felt that because the Sunken City was attacked by other forces, he did not have enough to meet that pact, he demanded that we sacrifice lives that were under our protection, and then attacked us, challenged us to combat when we refused to surrender people under our protection. I'm just saying, I understand your point of view, but we did not start this combat. We have no reason to fight Hex. In fact, he is blood with one of our party members. His brother is amongst us.
Whatever your argument, you dropped our most sacred one
I understand.
to our door. Again, there must be redemption.
So
Take me then. Take me.
No.
Take me.
Listen, whatever is going. Well, I don't know if you walked. Would you walk up? No.
No.
Listen, you've done a lot to protect me, and maybe I can turn the favor here, but I can't do much to help out.
No. Your Highness, you are
These are not. They're not. These angels are like, yes, they're mortal, but they're not all mortal. They're something very different. If everything we've been fighting for is important, it's going to be lost right now. Especially the fact that Essence has to get back into the hammer. How much time are we going to wait? And what if we all die?
It's over. I have to get inside. You're right, but Your Highness, let me go. Let me go in your place. You are needed to inspire me. What do I do?
He just runs up forward and he goes, my life and my father's sword, it is holy, you see it. For letting them go free or let them at least speak to someone in charge. Something that is not bloodshed.
I run up when he does that, if I see that.
Okay, you start running up. Agreed. He cuts his head off. You may enter.
They're all gone?
They fly up into the sky and they're circling around the Citadel.
What happened?
You saw what I saw. Get inside. I'm going to go over to him. Get inside with the hammer. Go.
And they've taken, by the way, they've taken the sword.
Is his body still there?
Yeah, headless.
I go over. Just see if there's a. I run over to him. Is there any?
It's severed completely.
Decapitated? He's decapitated?
Yeah.
They have his head?
No.
Oh my God.
We can't leave him here.
All right, get inside. I will get him. Get inside before the doors close again.
You can hear the doors opening behind you. Like,
I pick him up. All of them.
okay.
Go. Before they close. I start going towards the door.
I walk back toward the door.
Okay. You guys make your way to the door. Does everyone go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk inside and you look around. The inside of this whole place is huge. It is made of crystal. There's glimmers of rainbow light passing. And at this moment in time, what should be a bustling area in the Citadel, the front gates, there's nobody. Well, nobody from the city. What you do see is that off in the distance are some knights from your party that seem to be just walking around and kind of checking things out. Standing very, very far away, we're talking about not in your immediate area, you also see there are 3 white robed figures that are also kind of glowing. They seem to be kind of just like standing around, perhaps monitoring the knights. You can roleplay. The doors begin to close.
Roll in.
I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
We've got to find the others.
He saved my life in the forest. I owed him a life debt and I didn't pay it back. And he knighted me. I was honor bound to protect his life and I didn't.
So will we all.
I start walking towards those white glowing figures.
Okay.
I'm still carrying him.
It's the equivalent of walking about 100 yards. And he starts walking. Lump and Sparky kind of look at each other, and then to you guys, and just start following. What do you do? Both of you.
Yeah. Start walking.
Okay, you make your way through. This area has some interesting aspects. For one, in the middle of this giant-sized room is a funnel of light coming down, and it's kind of white also. And it seems to go through and permeate the bottom and also the top. It perhaps could be some sort of lift, magically, obviously. Around the room, in the outskirts, are portals that seem to kind of like fluctuate in different colors as well. There are stairs that lead up to those portals, and there are some portals in just random spots. Again, this looks like an area that would be very busy, but is pretty desolate right now. You travel the distance, and eventually the knights see you, and then kind of alert the others of their kind, and walk over. They immediately see Thalen, and then they just start bowing one by one.
Do I say, what are these glowing figures?
They apparently are in charge here. They are, they seem to worship Hex. And they're like vampires who've been chosen, I guess. Apparently, many of the people here that live here are mortal, and they see becoming a vampire is not like what we call it. They see it as escaping mortality and becoming blessed.
I go over to one of them.
To who?
One of those. You are in charge here?
Yes.
We paid a very heavy price to come in. Can it be undone?
It is possible. All life can be undone.
How?
You would need a sacred one to do such a thing.
It's busy. All right.
The sacred one. Know who they mean?
Yeah. He's lying outside.
The sacred one is in his throne room.
Is he?
Indeed.
Where's that?
Very high in the Citadel here.
Oh, am I permitted to go?
As of now, I'm sorry, no. Your friends have gone up earlier.
They are with him? Or
They should be with him now, I believe, yes. In a time, since you've been granted entrance, you could see him as well.
all right. Thank you. All right. I wait.
Okay, we're gonna shift gears here. We're gonna go over to Brooke. You are sitting. You are sitting in your room with Caddick,
In essence.
in essence. The room is beautiful. Essence is sitting in the corner and kind of just looking out this large window that's nearby. And she's just kind of thinking. Caddick starts to get up and pacing. He says a couple different things. I don't like any of this. I'm meant to sit here and wait. I'm gonna get some sleep. He lays down. Goes to sleep. What do you want to do?
Are we locked in the room?
I don't know. You haven't checked.
I go to check the door.
There's no door. There's a portal.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I approach Essence. Essence, what are you thinking?
She doesn't look at you. She just keeps looking out. I feel that we have perhaps gone too deep. I felt we had much more control when it was just us. And now I feel like we've lost that.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. Why do you feel like we've lost that?
What control do you feel like we have right now? Yes, we saw Hex. Yes, he said some interesting things that I suppose could be positive and helpful. But we're not on our own terms anymore.
Agreed.
Everything seems to line up with what he says, and it seems like he says the truth.
Yes.
It seems.
It seems. It also seems as though this is, while we are familiar with vampires, we've never been around this type before.
No,
Well, I haven't.
neither have I.
So,
Mortals are one thing to deal with, especially from someone like myself. But to see mortals with greater power, it is frightening. Because that mortal, perhaps not mortal any longer from whatever is happening to him now, has shown us that he has power to do great things and also terrible things. Therefore, I feel we have no control over the situation.
I feel the way he was speaking, though, was as if he might be powerful in his own right. That's true. But it seems as though that true power that he claimed he had only came from sitting on the throne I don't know if that power stays with him and travels with him once he's...
I believe it taps
Away
into the
from it?
crystal of the queen.
Yes. So does that mean that he channels it and keeps it? Or does it only apply when he's sitting on the throne?
I do not know. This place is very unusual. I've never seen something that is so tied into the ancient. This entire citadel, I can feel that the millions of mortals are living here. Their presence is felt. I feel like as if I were to move around within it too much, I would draw attention to myself. I normally would not say we should separate, but I do feel that you should perhaps see if you could find Kraston. Or poke your head around every corner and see what's going on.
I agree.
Better you do it than this knight over here. He
He's
seems to
been
be
through a
all...
lot.
He seems to be very confused inside.
I don't blame him. Question for you, Essence. I feel, listening to Hex and hearing what he said, as though whatever happens and whatever is within this citadel runs through each timeline, and it is a route, so to speak. I don't feel that that's the case beyond each portal. The portals that we saw downstairs. I believe once we exit that, it can go into other times or other, not just other places.
I don't know if that's possible.
Do you think that the view from outside of that window is the same outside from when we came in?
I don't know. This place supposedly is a sanctuary from time,
Right.
meant to be a sanctuary from the Keeper's energy. So what happens here happens in linear fashion, and it happens in whatever way it's going to happen.
But that's within these walls.
I don't
Right?
know if it's
Or
room
the
to
whole
room,
realm.
like you suggest, or portal to portal. I don't know. I've never been inside the crystal of an ancient before. This is beyond my capability.
Same.
I would be ready for anything. I feel like we could perhaps meet or see anyone. What's to say that another version of myself doesn't enter? If there were many timelines, I guess I would have to be in here already because they have collapsed from what we heard. But there's a lot to think about. That's why information would be prudent.
Okay. I agree. I should go and look for the others. Okay.
I'll be here.
Okay. If I come across you, how will I know it's this you? If I come across you again.
We'll make a secret word.
Yes.
What word would you like? I know pineapple's a popular one.
I was going to suggest blueberry.
Blueberry.
Let's go with pineapple. A pineapple pen.
Pineapple pen.
Pineapple. It's one of my favorite
Ah.
fruits.
Hopefully, how pineapple isn't too common and everyone just knows it.
Why don't we say apple pine then?
Say what?
Apple pine.
Apple pie?
Apple pine.
Well, that is unusual.
Pineapple backwards.
What? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Apple pine.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Essence.
Maya.
I embrace her.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Okay. So I tell Kadek what I'm going to do. Oh, is he sleeping? He's
Yeah, he's
resting.
sleeping.
Okay. He's resting. I tuck
Hey.
him- I tuck him in. Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Hey, get up. Get up. No, I tuck him in.
Okay.
Um,
No, Hutch. No, you're not a knight. No, not yet, Hutch. Just a blacksmith, my loyal blacksmith.
go fix me sword.
Oh man.
Fix me sword, Hutch, then maybe
Fix
we'll
me
talk about being a
sword.
knight.
Okay. Okay. So I stick my head out of the portal.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Done?
What do I say?
And then what?
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, I have to hold on for anything. You stuck your head through the portal.
I stick my head out
Think
of
of
the
something.
portal while I think.
I don't know, bananas.
You stick your
What?
head through the portal,
I think of
and you
them.
see, some sort of kitchen, and in this kitchen is a lot of fruit,
Okay.
which apparently is the theme of today's episode.
I pull my head back out of the portal.
Okay.
Whew. It is calm around here. Okay. As I think about did I see where Creston went?
No.
I'm scared to go. Okay.
2-hour show.
Use every minute of it.
I think of
Explore the space.
That's Dan's new motto in last year.
okay. I think of Cole
Okay.
and yeah.
So you think of trees?
No,
I'm
I
just
think of
kidding, I'm
Cole
just
and
messing
William and Hutch.
No.
Not just any
That's-
tree, a very specific tree.
Yeah, a very specific tree.
You think of corrupted trees. Okay, so you think of Cole.
And I step out of the portal.
You step out of the portal. That's
I pull
interesting.
my head out of the portal.
You step your head out of the portal.
But first in, and then you can.
I step through the portal as I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I
Correct.
do.
Okay.
2-hour show. Yes, I'm going.
So
I'm moving it along.
You step into the portal. You think of Cole, and all of a sudden, you are in the main area by the front door. The knights are on the side. You see 3 of those white-figured beings around, and you see everyone there. Immediately, though, you see. I think he's still in your arms.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he's 25 feet tall. Still in his arms or one hand, I imagine, is Thalen, and you can see Thalen's head has been severed.
The 3 beings that are around, are they the beings that
Yes.
we met with? Okay.
Yes, they're the ones that stayed behind.
Right. Okay.
You're all together.
What has happened to that boy?
He sacrificed himself so that we can gain entrance to the Citadel. How did you find us? Where'd you come from?
I bow my head. Very sorry.
Yeah.
I look at the glowing ones, and I say, "These are our friends."
Yes. They have presented themselves to us.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Caddick, in essence, and myself are. We had visited with Hex.
You are still alive.
We are. Creston is as well. Last I saw him, anyway, he was supposed to enter the room with us, but he had gone somewhere else. The way these portals work is you just have to imagine where you want to go and be, and you're there.
Is that
What
how you
I-
split up? That why you're not with them?
That's how I left where I just was, and I imagine that that's how Creston left us when we were entering the room. There are no doors. You can tell it's just portals.
So you don't know where he went.
We don't know. I'm imagining it's within the Citadel. We've also been told that the Citadel runs through all timelines. And as you know, the Dark Heart is down, down, deep below. We were told that they won't destroy it.
The Dark Heart in the Citadel is above
Oh, there's one.
the throne room. It's actually all the way on the ceiling.
There's one in the ceiling, and then there's one all the way down below in the
That's-
temple, but that's not in the Citadel.
In a temple, not a citadel.
Right.
That's the
Okay.
last.
So there is a dark heart, which they keep alive to show generations of their kind to come that evil does exist, and to keep it at bay. Hex didn't allow our weapons in. We surrendered them. They claim that they are a peaceful civilization, peaceful species. Dr. Arcane was still connected to him when he spoke to us from the throne. He embraced Caddick
One of the knights says, connected to how? What does that mean?
with a tube. I don't know exactly what it was.
He was literally connected to it.
Literally connected.
What was in a
Yes.
tube?
I don't know. It seemed. Whatever it was, the doctor claims to be healing him. There, in his throne room, there were many people there feeding upon others that were sacrificing themselves, not to the death, but to satisfy those that were in need.
Yeah.
Richard Weil wants to make a suggestion for Tom to ask us, Cole, what does your soul sight show you?
Oh, it's good question. I suddenly get the urge to use my soul sight, Tony.
You look around and basically everything is just overly bright because the entire citadel is the soul of the ancient, the queen. So it's almost difficult to look at the walls. And, you know, and if you have to kind of like try not to turn the sense on for yourself.
I turn it. I shut it down. Shut it all down. All right.
I found the foliage to be interesting myself.
Just some vines and such, and like growth of the forest on the walls amongst the crystal.
Wow.
So they won't let us destroy this heart.
They will not.
Do you believe that they are peaceful people?
From a certain perspective, yes.
Maya, when we ask to enter the Citadel, a Lord Xavier who worships Hex told us that we had to sacrifice 2 of us in order for him to open the gates. Then he killed Thalen in cold blood. They are not a peaceful people. Peaceful people do not demand sacrifices, and peaceful people do not slay children. I don't know what they're telling you, but they're lying.
Okay.
Just, I kind of gesture to the 3 white robe guys.
The women.
Or women, sorry. 3 white robe.
I'm
I thought you were
sorry.
trying to get their attention.
No, I'm gesturing to you at them.
We can't hear everything within these walls. I
Okay.
apologize.
There might have been. It's difficult for me to explain. I understand. You are correct. A peaceful people would not do that. There might be some other reason.
I have been thinking about what that could be. But we are waiting for our own audience with Lord Hex. Perhaps he will be able to shine some light on that.
I look at one of the glowing beings and I say, are you able to answer my friend's question here?
What is your question?
Why must a sacrifice have been made to enter? Why is that the only choice, and why slay this child?
If a great insult was made, a sacrifice would have been made on the insulting party, of course.
But why two?
Redemption, an eye for an eye, is what we believe.
I see.
As to say a child has been slain, I do not know the situation, but I would imagine the child had some part in the decision.
He did.
Is this able to be fixed?
If the Sacred One deems it so, it could be. My personal belief is that he would not fix it. Again, we believe in an eye for an eye.
If the Sacred One would be able to fix that, why would he not be able to fix what had been done to himself, or the other version of him?
I do not
Is
understand.
that possible?
Perhaps your questions are better asked to him.
I see. Thank you.
As you're sitting there, you see another one of those beings, just like the three women there, comes down the lift. Looks like a beam of light teleports into the area, and she walks out. The Sacred One is ready to see you. You may enter.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Just think up as you step into the light.
Think up.
Yes.
Is that what are we going into?
Not a portal. You're going into like a funnel of light, almost like a spotlight coming down. And
Is it a
goes up
portal?
and down? No. Well,
Like a light rail.
Yes and
like
no.
Light way.
yes and no.
25 XP. I step in and think up.
Giant tree disappears. Do you have Thalen with you?
Yeah.
I'll go. If he's not moving yet, I'll go next.
William goes.
Maya,
Yes.
if this doesn't come with me, you take it and you keep it till I come back. Okay?
You don't want me to come with you?
Are you coming? I thought you were staying.
You do not have an audience.
I see. I'll take it.
No.
Oh,
If
okay.
if I go up and it stays here,
Oh, yeah, sure.
then you take it.
Yeah. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay.
I step onto the light and I think up.
You step into the light. As you disappear into light, there's a huge blast of energy that kind of like sends like a wave, like of amber light, and then both the amber light and the white light go up. Very different than anyone else who goes on it. We stay with you. We don't like light lifts. We have bad experience on lift.
Very true. Love. Very true.
So true.
Okay, Lump.
I'll
Lump,
stay
is
with you,
it?
Lump. Better here than whatever's up there.
And you are.
Oh, I'm Sparky.
Hi, Sparky.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Maya.
Hi.
Hi. Well, let's see. Now to find Creston.
Okay, yeah, we'll help you find him.
Great.
Great, let's do it. You know, me and Lump, we worked together before.
You have.
Yeah,
Seems like you make a good team.
yeah.
What's your special skill?
Well, usually he just throws me into things. And I try to cast a spell before I land there. That sounds right.
Excellent.
Don't cast Sparky.
Lumcast Sparky.
Hopefully he don't have to cast me anytime today.
No promises.
No promises. Yes, no promises. please note that I put on both tracks,
Ooh.
an ethereal track and the dark track.
Crossing the beams.
The audience cannot hear this, and in the live audience, they can't hear this.
Oh.
Oh.
But the audience after the fact will hear a completely different track. Just so you know, I am playing both dark and light tracks right now for the crew here.
It works. Trust us.
Okay. You appear in a room that is the exact room I described to Kadok a long time ago when he woke up after being trapped in the darkness for a second. You're in a large room that is made of crystal. It is a throne room. There are these illustrious stairs that go up to what the throne is, maybe about like 25 feet in the air. And all over, which goes on very, very far distance. Imagine about 50 yards in every direction. Is a sea of people. And most of these people are vampiric. Amongst them are mortals who walk around, but instead of serving everyone drinks and food, Tom's already wincing, they are being served the mortal's wrist or the neck. And you can even hear them talking about, like, oh, I wish to dine upon this one and that one. It seems to be the elite of society. You can tell they're wealthy. And amongst them, you see those light beings walking around. You do see some other guards that appear to be in like full plate crystal armor. Every time they move, you see the rainbow light glimmers a little bit. You stand in the room, just looking around, and the one that brought you in just motions for you to follow her. She brings you over to the bottom of the stairs. You will wait here for a moment. She moves away. You can roleplay. Everyone is looking over at you because a giant tree walks in and people are like, did the forest come alive and come in to get an audience with the Sacred One?
All right. Let's now. Let's not try and pick a fight. All right?
What if Hex says no? Can we pick a fight then?
No to what? Us destroying the heart? No, we already know they don't want that.
Thalen.
Oh.
Well, let's see what he says. I guess trust our instincts. But if we pick a fight first, he'll almost definitely say no. That's all I'm thinking. All right?
Well, before he offered his life, I was willing to give mine for the king, and I still am. So if Hex says no, I'll be picking a fight with him then, regardless of what happens with my life.
All right. All right.
Everyone, the Sacred One joins us. See, everyone claps. Any one of you clap?
I've got my hands full.
Two. Okay. You see Hex comes around from behind his throne very high up. Remember, these stairs are about 25 feet, and then it's a ledge maybe about 15 feet wide. A tube connects from him to another who comes around, and it's the doctor. The doctor sits on like a small side chair next to the throne, and Hex sits down. This is not the Hex that you threw off. Well, that Krasen threw off the dragon, not the Hex that you threw off the dragon prior. That's funny.
This is this is new Hex.
It just occurred to me that he was dropped from a dragon twice.
It's a tough day. This is new Hex.
Stay away from them dragons.
Yeah, for sure.
How long is this tube?
It's probably about 5 feet.
How thick is it? Like a garden hose?
No,
Ugh.
no, like a tube you would have if you're hooked up to an IV.
Oh, just like a.
Just like that.
Thin line,
Then tube
simple
line.
tube.
Okay.
It's a simple tube.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I have just saw the rest of your party. They now rest comfortably.
It's good to hear.
Please
Yeah.
forgive the others here in this room. They have not seen a lark as yourself. We are getting unusual guests today. We don't see much of the outside.
Just to be clear, is this Hex talking or Dr. Arcane talking?
This is all Hex.
Okay.
And to be even more clear, this is the Hex that was confused and was taken by the doctor. On,
Right. New Hex. New Hex.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we don't mean to disturb your highness. But I only come with a humble request, if not a simple one.
I am listening. Make your request.
We were offered a hard bargain to gain entrance to your citadel,
I was informed.
and our king, or any of us had a chance, gave up his life for our entrance. Can that be undone, traded for any other way?
While it is possible to do this, it is the way of our people. I will be breaking our own laws in front of our subjects who hold these values very dear.
I do not say we should not pay the price, whatever your price is. I simply ask. I ask for a trade. My life for his.
I can appreciate that. But in our customs, the matter is settled. It is settled.
Why was his life needed?
A life was needed.
Why?
Well, you dropped the body of my predecessor to the floor, the most sacred of all in the Citadel.
Don't you mean you?
I do not.
You're not the same person.
I am not the same. The Hexer you killed is a similar being to me, but from another timeline. He experienced a different life than I have experienced. It was fortunate that I was here to arrive to make my way back to the Citadel. It's not the first time that the Citadel has seen a duplicate of another person walk through. The Citadel is between time itself. But I would imagine that outsiders as you might be confused by this. That is all right.
We do have some experience with meeting people from other timelines, even duplicates, so
Yes.
the general concept is there. Your Highness, I know the other members of our party probably talked to you about our righteous quest and all that goes along with.
They did.
I have to tell you right now, and I understand you have spoken on the subject, but I ask you again to reconsider or find a loophole in the way that your law is structured. I don't feel like we can do much of anything of worth with the sacrifice that was made by our king.
Let me put your mind at ease. Your name?
Cole.
Cole. The necromancer, from what he has done in the prime material plane, has disrupted all things, all timelines. From what I know from before, if you are successful, the prince or perhaps a king in your world will be fine. What happens here does not matter. What does matter is that you succeed your quest. And your quest is not one for you to succeed by yourself. In fact, it is also our quest as well. Look to the very top of this room. It goes up quite far, but in its darkness up there, you can see one of the hearts. It is kept at bay from our guardian angels. I wonder if you would ask the question of why we do this and don't slay it.
If you say that your quest and ours are the same, that did jump into my mind, Your Highness. Yes.
What would happen if the last heart you killed was the one in the temple below?
I don't know.
Reality would cease to exist for you. But what if you kill it here? This place is a sanctuary from time.
It's just outside of town.
You can merely walk out the door, back into whatever timeline has reformed. We are safe here. This is the last heart to be killed. The problem is, the forces of the Necromancer are very strong.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've encountered here, but it is nothing compared to what is down below, what is considered hell. And if you are not familiar, the temple of the Necromancer is even below that.
My understanding, Your Highness, is that the way it was presented to us, at least, that this citadel filled with vampires would probably be an easier task than defeat the Necromancer. That is how difficult that has been presented to us. And yet, we must do what we must do. Now, my understanding, again, and I appreciate the fact that you are not the same Hex that we were familiar with. My understanding is that Hex and the Necromancer had some sort of working relationship. You're saying you do not?
No. And from what I know, the old Hex felt the same. In fact, the people here feel the same. They have no love for the Necromancer. Outside those walls should be the normal world, the world everyone knows. But to walk out there now, it's not that. It is the realm of shadow. To the people here, the world outside became shadow. To you, your journey, it seems, perhaps you came here intentionally, or by accident. Don't be confused about what is actually happening and your perspective. All of time has become what is here. Everything that exists now is everything that exists. So we are on the same side, and we do understand what you face. And we would help you face it. In fact, I offered these same terms to my brother.
What did he say?
Well, while he is different than the brother I know, the brother I had, I was forced to kill. I thought this one would be more open. He had his chance for great power, and he squandered it.
That sounds like the category that we know. Your Highness, your offer is very generous. What, if you would not mind me asking, what help do you intend to offer us? A quest, a joint quest.
My warriors, of course.
I look around. I'm flattered, and if your offer is sincere, we can certainly use the help. Especially if we are to travel through hell and below to face the evil forces of darkness.
Of course, your group must accept this, while you seem open to it.
Yes. I don't even know if my colleagues here are on the same page as me. So, let alone your somewhat brother and my other colleagues. Do we have time to confer, or is this a decision that we must make right now?
You could confer. I would like to ask this question to you. Your name is Hutch, yes?
Sir Hutch, yes.
A knight. I did not know you as a knight before.
How did you know me?
A blacksmith. You carry something very powerful.
I do.
I can sense that within it is also great power. In the form of two dragons.
2 dragons.
Two. I offered my brother to rule the Citadel with me. I don't sit here hungry for power. I don't know how you knew another version of me before. That is not me. And also, you see, the warriors of my Citadel will not follow another into battle. That is not worthy. Therefore, I am required to allow another to rule the Citadel with me. I offer this to you, the wielder of a crystal hammer. If you can wield that power, perhaps you can wield this power as well. You would not be more powerful or less powerful than I. You would share the same responsibility. Responsibility to keep the Citadel safe, to keep the millions of people within it safe.
And when and how would I do this?
You would walk up here, sit in his throne, make your connection. Accepting the power is simply said, but harder done.
I trust you.
Would I not be able to go down?
You would be able to go down. I would have to stay here.
This way, your forces would follow a leader.
Indeed.
Suppose they wouldn't go without a leader. They need 2 leaders.
You see, in the past, I would lead it, but I am the last hex.
You're proposing that I rule the Citadel with you, equally,
Indeed.
and then lead the forces down.
Yes.
When we succeed, then what?
You would come back here. You would slay the Darkheart. You walk out the door. Unless you wish to stay.
That's the plan. Go down, beat that one, come up here, slay this one, we win.
Indeed.
Would I be bound to stay here?
You could release yourself. You see, the test is when you sit on this throne.
What kind of test would I be subject to?
It is a test that Lord Commander Caddock, my brother, failed. Do you believe you can succeed where he fails?
I do.
When you sit upon this chair, the Dungeon Master's chair, you will feel great power. You will have all desires to ask for such great things. You will believe that. Why not ask for this? Why not create that? But the effect of one thing and the next only takes apart the sacred time that is kept within these walls. So yes, sit here. Manifest anything you like. Wish for anything you like. But I tell you, it comes at a price. The power is so great. It is no less than the power of an ancient, and in fact, it is the power of an ancient.
And if I fail?
If you fail, we will all face the consequences. You see, we are in the 11th hour. As I said, this is the last timeline. I am the last version of myself to rule here. The people trust me. You wield something that is very powerful. Perhaps the next powerful thing after this Citadel itself. I wish for it to be my brother, but he squandered his time. He could not focus his thoughts, distracted by the ancients above.
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable accepting this? You could also, if you feel another is worthy.
I will accept.
So be it. Let it be seen that Hutch, the knight, has accepted the challenge. May us all be blessed. Come.
As you walk up, I whisper, "Don't bring him back. Not now."
Talk a little louder.
Sorry, I really whispered.
I know.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I was into the character. I whispered, "Don't bring him back. Not now. Don't do it.
Okay.
If it works, you can do it later."
Okay, out of game. We're going to switch chairs.
Oh man.
Check, check, check. It's always so weird to see me sitting other places.
This
I
is
know.
so weird. I'm sorry.
What we're gonna do now, Dungeon Master? Okay, so
Power.
Todd, you can cut to me. I'll leave this. I'll leave this here. So you're gonna have 30 seconds. I'm gonna start the clock now.
30 seconds.
Now, in this 30 seconds, you must figure out what you're gonna do, what you're gonna say. Remember that when you make the wish, every single word that you say in the wish is going to be counted. If you backstep it,
15 seconds left.
if you backstep it, or if you do it
Go,
forward
go,
or
go,
like
go,
that,
go,
Go.
Time,
you're gonna have a
time,
problem.
I wish to know.
You're saying that in game?
Go, time.
Say it.
4 seconds.
How to unlock the powers of
Stop.
the hammer.
Time's up. Switch seats.
You're a meanie, Mr. Grinch.
Right?
Did it again.
Did it again. Oh my god. But you put the. That was cool.
I like the clock. I like the clock.
You showed the clock. That was cool.
I said the last time that I'm
Yes,
starting
but
the
you
clock.
didn't show it.
Yeah.
This is cool. It's better because
There was a lot of tension. There was a lot of tension.
yeah,
Oh,
still didn't matter much.
what do we see happen?
Okay, so you wish to know the powers. I wish to know the powers of the hammer.
To unlock the hammer.
You unlock the powers of the
To
hammer.
unlock the power of the
What's the
hammer.
exact wording? I wish to unlock the powers of the hammer.
I wish to
I wish
know,
to know,
how to unlock the powers of the hammer. Is what he said.
yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
sure, yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to make a will check,
Oh god.
and it's going to be a basic will check. You're going to have one chance at it. There's no re-rolls or anything like that.
What about stubborn?
No luck. Oh, that's
You can use stubborn or your luck. I'll allow that. Choose one or the other,
Can you stubborn or my?
because this would be happening in an instant. So
What's your luck?
2,
What's stubborn
and my
give you?
and my will is 1.
Stubborn give you?
Stubborn's advantage, right?
yeah.
So it's either rolling 2d6s or rolling 1d6, but adding 2 dice for
use
luck.
your luck.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Use your
just,
luck.
Right?
yeah.
Use your
But
luck.
I
You have more
don't, I
dice.
don't. I don't have a reroll though.
Either way, you don't.
But
have
you
to reroll.
using
No.
you don't have to.
You have
Either
3
way.
chances, or you have 2 chances. Think of it that way.
How does stubborn work now that there's? Would it work that same way? I just would roll D3,
you would roll.
3d6.
Yeah. So how much? What is your roll going to be? 3. 3 of them. Your normal roll is 3.
No, my will is 1,
Yeah.
and if I were to do stubborn, I would get a reroll
On the 1.
Right.
on the 1
So
like
you might as well roll with luck.
with my luck though, right? Is it the same either way?
no, what's your luck?
No.
2.
So you're
So
better off
it's
just
3.
using your luck and
Yeah.
3 dice,
Right.
Okay.
and you're
Instead of
you're
reroll.
looking for 1/6.
Okay,
Here
do
we go.
this. You
You
got
got
this.
and this is it.
Three
And
dice.
Yes.
Once I roll
One
these
shot.
D3s, no
That
reroll.
doesn't. Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
You got
it, Dan.
All right, should I roll them all at once?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-hour show.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
How
that
many
was
sixes you got?
Deep.
3, 4, 6.
Wow.
Oh my god!
That was deep. That was a deep
Yeah.
war.
'Cause I saw
Yeah.
3, I saw 4, and I looked at the 6 last. I didn't think I had it, but I got it.
You feel a connection, and you see the Citadel like sparkle, like rainbow light, up to the top and down.
Oh my god!
And you feel like
And
the
you-
answer is great, and it is powerful, and it's beginning to make its way into your subconscious, but it's going to take time. Like it's being funneled through, but you feel like you were successful. It's only a matter of time before I can understand the hammer. You open your eyes, and you see him look at you. What did you ask for?
I asked for the full knowledge of this hammer.
That is good. Unfortunately, that doesn't qualify you to be leader. You asked for something of the self. And we would hope that you ask something for our people, the Citadel.
I was hoping to use the power of the hammer to lead the army down into hell.
And indeed you can use it. It is the grace that was bestowed upon you. But you won't be a leader with me, unfortunately. That is the test. You wish for yourself. And yes, to help do others, but it's still for yourself.
So now what?
The Citadel is here. I hope that you will kill the heart, but we cannot help you.
Oh man.
Okay.
He motions you back down the steps.
I go down.
Everyone, our guests, are welcome here. They have paid their dues. They have answered their redemption with sacrifice of one of their own. A sacrifice of two, of course. For I believe the blade was enchanted with the soul of your king, which I believe is why it was accepted. So the soul of King Thawin and his son Thalen reside within these walls. And they will be safe here. You may stay here. I invite you to relax. The people in the party begin to talk again. And he starts talking to the doctor. I bid you a fond farewell for today. My disciples will show you to your rooms, if you wish. He gets up. He walks behind the throne. Everyone starts talking again. And the three of you are there.
That's just great. He wants us to succeed, but he won't help.
But, well, still. Thanks. I don't know. That didn't seem to me to be a selfish ask, I guess.
Well, now we know there's one way to bring back King Thalen. So now we're not only fighting to save our timeline, but we're fighting to save him as well.
Are any of the white coated people nearby?
Yeah.
Is there a place here that I can lay him to rest? I did not want to leave his body on the stones outside. I don't wish to leave it.
There is a place that we go to bury our dead, so to speak. I can bring you there if you wish. She leads you back to the lift, the white light. And she beckons you to follow her.
Up, down.
Down.
I'll go with him.
Okay. You go down. Follow?
Yeah.
Same thing with the yellow light. Both lights go down. Suddenly you're on a level where the crystal permeates into the room like a part of the structure. And you see in another area of the room, kind of in the center, is kind of like an area where the crystal meets from different angles. We take our dead and we put them on the center, on the crystal and surrounded by it. It is considered the center of the very Citadel. We are many miles below where we were before. It allows any last trace of the soul to be connected to the crystal around us and ensures that they live on. You may say anything you wish. It is thought that they can hear us.
I lay him down.
Okay, you lay him down on like a crystal slab right there, and again, there's all points of crystals like coming in.
Is there a
different
possibility that I
directions.
can kind of, it's terrible, that I can lay his head somewhat approaching where it would be? Like, is it,
Yes.
like it's not going to like roll off or anything like that?
Yes.
I put my hand upon his head, and I just say, I'm sorry that I failed you. I walk away.
King Thalen, I pledged my life for you once, and I pledge it again, here and now. We will destroy these dark hearts, and we will bring you back. And if we do not, I will be joining you where you are now. I step away.
I go up and kneel, pay my respects in silence.
Okay. As you're kneeling down, you see an image of Thalen appear, standing like a ghost. And you see Thawen standing behind him. And Thawen has his arms around him. And they're kind of just looking at all of you.
I guess I joined him in kneeling.
You see King Thawen goes like this. And he kind of points to where Thalen is laying down, his actual body. And you see Fragratch appears. Except that now it's kind of glowing with like the rainbow energy of the Citadel.
I looked at the white cloaked person.
It's meant to be one of yours. That one looks at you.
All right. I'll get up, go over to it, take it.
You take it. You can feel the power of it. You are now the new owner of Fragratch.
Alright.
You see the light from the white portal. And you see Lord Xavier walk out. And you see... You see 4 others of his guards or militia. And he walks over to the 3 of you. I don't mean to be rude. Honor your friend. When you are done, I wish to speak with you. He kind of moves back. Abyssia, if you want to be here now, Abyssia, if Maya, if you want to be here, you can. You could say that you found out what's going on, because obviously they would have told you this is a huge moment.
Okay.
Do you want to be here?
Yeah.
You appear, so you come down here. You appear, and you see Maya kind of walk in the room as well. You see the 4 dark angels, and you see obviously them. You see the apparition of Thalen and Thawen. You see that he's holding Fragratch. Role play.
So
Richard Wall has a comment before we continue. Please, can you put this up as a suggestion for this group? They leave the Citadel Darkheart to last. Then wouldn't that mean the Necromancer could just walk out into any timeline?
well, if we trust what we're being told today, there are no other timelines, right?
They did say
Jonathan Willis thinks he won't help because Dr. Arcane, the Necromancer, is controlling him. And Richard said before, I think he wants all power in one place. They leave the Citadel to last. The Necromancer just walk out. Okay, as we said before, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there is a certain amount of, which is out of game, right? There's a certain amount of, you know, just because someone told us something doesn't mean it's true, kind of a vibe, right? But in game, I'm not going to, in a throne room full of vampires, tell their king that he's a liar. I think you're full of, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
back to, I quickly explained to Maya what we're doing here. This is probably the last time to pay all respect.
Okay. I kneel down in silence. Stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
did your meeting go?
We'll fill you in later. I guess I go over to the spectral images of our last two kings.
Richard Wild is also suggesting you use truth, your skill.
I would show me that half an hour ago. So I go over to I just say to them, what Hutch said was much more eloquent, but I want you both to know I feel the same way. We are going to win. We're going to set this right.
Who are you talking to?
The spirits of
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the spirits of Thawin and Thalen. We're going to win. We're going to set this right. The only way that's not going to happen is if we are dead trying. We will.
That one reaches his hand out. The apparition puts it on you. You have allies here. And disappear.
I get up.
Did anyone else hear that? Sometimes I just hear things that are like. All
Did
right.
we hear that?
You can roll overall perception checks, and if you did, if you get a 6, you did.
1.
Yeah, 6.
Do you have a survival?
Oh, yeah.
So add your survival to your perception.
Okay.
That's your total dice.
Okay.
You can't re-roll that one, though.
Okay. Well, all right. I have 3.
All right, so roll 2.
Oh. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Try and collect myself for a second, turn around and face this guy.
You face the man who killed
Yeah.
Thalen. And he sits there like as if he's at a funeral and he's being very respectful. So you face him. Do you walk up to him, or do you prompt him to speak, or do you...
Yeah, I'm very cognizant of how big I am, so I don't like try and get him in his business. But yes, my lord, if you would like to speak to us, we are finished here.
would ask that one of you try to take up Lord Hex's offer, the Sacred One's offer.
I was under the impression we did try that and failed.
We want to destroy the Dark Heart, the temple, but we cannot go if Hex or another, this type, does not lead us.
You are bound to be a leader of this place. If Lord Hex is open for another one of us trying, I will all try if that gets us assistance in doing what we want to do. But
At this point, he made his decision. The only way another decision could be made is if you challenged him for rulership.
challenged him for rulership.
A few of us agree with this notion, but many would not understand.
Challenged him for leadership in combat, I imagine you mean, and then if we beat him in combat,
Indeed,
sit upon the throne.
there are many that have no love for the line of Hex that ruled the Citadel. There are many that do. Anyone who enters the Citadel is invited, has the right to challenge. Whether that is wise, it is up to you. But he is right. A leader must go, and a leader must stay.
Then how does that help us? If we defeat him in combat and
Right.
take the throne from him, how does that help us? If one person has to stay here and one person has to go down.
I believe that none of you are powerful enough to face the necromancer in his temple below, or the spirits within, or his minions and such. I believe you will fail without the help of the angels.
If you really want to defeat him that badly and destroy the dark arts as much as we do, then just come with us.
I cannot. I am honor-bound.
Honor-bound?
Indeed.
A man who severs the head of a boy is honor-bound.
Whether it was the head of a boy, a man, or any other, that does not matter.
It matters.
The deal was struck.
Don't speak to me about honor. You have none.
I'm sorry to not understand our ways. But I try to come to you now with a possible solution. You see, this existence, this reality, will not matter. The Citadel will matter. That will stand. It is important to honor everything that it is. Because in the end, the Citadel will be all that's left. But this world, it will be gone.
Still bring us nothing. Even if one of us challenges him and beats him, that leaves one leader. That's still no good for the situation.
The leader can choose another. Hex just will not. He sees you to be the likely candidate. He could offer someone else. But I know him. At least I know his type. He gave his brother a shot. He gave you a chance. And he asked you if you thought anyone else worthy. Unless you can find someone else that he has already not passed over or not given a try to, there is no other hope. I have said my piece, and I wish you the best.
Okay.
He walks up to the light, the others follow him, they leave.
If
This creature is the most frustrating.
you don't mind me saying so, I feel that he maybe has looked over someone or one that is quite powerful that we came with.
Who?
Essence. Just a thought, but
But where is it? It's not.
Yes.
Aren't we in existential danger with her not jumping into that hammer?
she seems to feel uneasy moving around within the crystal. Within this crystal.
I share that.
I don't know.
I share that. I share that notion. How do we get out of how do we travel in this place?
So she's in the room with Kadik, where he's resting. What? Is there a portal to the entrance of this room?
There's a portal in this room also, besides the light.
Okay. So, from what I know, my experience in this citadel is that when you enter a portal, you think of where you wish to be within the citadel, and that is where you will appear. If
Think about where I want to go.
Can you find her? Can you bring her back to us?
Oh,
I don't know how safe that is. I think it would be safer if we went to her rather than have her energy travel through the portals more than it has to.
Okay.
Did Essence go with you when you spoke to Hex?
She did.
And Hex did not recognize her power.
She chose to stand back and not make waves with him. Kadik and I and Creston did most of the talking.
Perhaps Still a possibility.
It's a good thought, Maya.
It's maybe one shot we have of someone that could possibly overpower him, but I'm not sure.
So we should go and see if she'll meet with him. What do you think?
I don't think she should try to overpower him. I think your first idea was best.
Well, yeah.
Maybe she doesn't hide herself from him. And she sees if he'll make her the offer for the throne.
Again, I just want to reiterate the fact that we're under the impression that if she does not get into your hammer post haste, that hammer may erupt and destroy all timelines.
It might be very different within the Citadel.
Yes, but
It might not.
It's still
right,
still a
right,
concern.
and we'll still have to leave at one point or another. I don't know if
If she leaves with us, it could be in the hammer.
We might be able to, or she might be able to, lead the army from the hammer, I suppose.
How did your meeting with Hex go? What did he have you do?
You see your light come down, and you see it's Lump. Whoa.
you're okay.
Okay.
Where's Sparky?
He walks. You see Sparky crawling after him. You see Lump. Lump is wearing full crystal armor, and he has
Oh
a
my
hammer that's
God.
all crystal. Me like this.
How
Me know we have mission, but me take.
you just took that from someone?
Did somebody give you all this?
Sparky looks up. You probably should leave soon.
Oh, guys.
All right, let's get.
Please try not to start
But
any more
listen,
trouble here.
Sparky. Me cast quiet.
All right, good. Taking time for that. All right, good. Let's find everyone else and see what we're gonna do next.
I don't know
find
where
Essence.
Kraston is, but I can take you to Essence and Kadok.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you guys go through the portal.
Think about Kadok.
Think of Essence
You brought
and
Kadok,
Kadok.
and you also all have the right to go there, so you do. You go directly into the room, and you see Essence is still at the window, but she's kind of standing up like this, kind of like looking out. And Kadok is, oh, Hutch, Hutch. What am I watch, Hutch?
No dreaming about Hutch.
He's sleeping. You guys are all in the room. You're together. The entire party is now together besides the knights that are below.
What about Kraston?
Besides Kraston.
And Kraston. Okay.
All
So
right.
Kraston. Essence. I found them.
That's good news.
Whoa.
It is.
I don't know about how much good news we have, Essence. Since we saw you last, King Thalen sacrificed himself so that we can enter. We met with Lord Hex, tested by him, and passed and failed that test at the same time. I don't know how else to put it. We're no closer to destroying a dark heart or leaving here than we were when we arrived.
I believe that we should leave sooner than later. I do not like it here.
Why? Can you explain?
I do not like being encased in the soul crystal of an ancient. I do not like my fate hangs on the tip of a blade by the ruler who is another version of himself. One that has never ruled, yet his line has ruled before. He seeks to hand out power so easily. Plus the matter that I need to stabilize that hammer.
Since I know you and I have had dealings with Dr. Arcane in the past, do you know exactly what is in that tube?
I assumed it was blood.
It's blood. There's a matter that we'd like to discuss about with you. Do you remember when Hex offered the throne to Caddoc?
Yes.
And Caddoc failed. He gave that same test to Hutch, as he saw that Hutch was carrying a very powerful item, and believed that it was possible for him to rule alongside.
You wish for me to take this position?
I think you're the only one that could possibly challenge him, or...
I could do this. But I must be in the hammer. I don't know what's inside it, but I do know it needs my stability. If I am able to take this position inside the hammer while the hammer is in the hands of one of you, then so be it. If that's what helps move us forward and leave this place.
Okay. Thank you.
If
We'll
that's
take
possible.
very good care of you.
Is this what you all want me to do?
No, I don't. I don't know if that will work, and I don't think it's. I think it's a better idea for you to just get in the hammer. That is my opinion. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if it'll work. We don't want to get down there. She gets in the hammer, and then all the troops that we thought were going to fight with us leave. And we don't even know if this ties her. If she's tied to the crystal, can she get inside the hammer now?
What did King Thowan say to you?
Said we have friends here, allies.
Who do you think they are?
I do not know.
What reason has Hex given you to not believe him?
Every version of Hex that I've ever met or heard
This
about.
Hex. This Hex.
Sorry. Every version
apologize.
of Hex, every version of Hex that I have met or known has been twisted, full of hate, and desiring for power and revenge.
Have you seen other versions of Hex connected to Dr. Arcane, the way this one is?
I have not. I have met Dr. Arcane once before. It was in the desert when him and Prior Hex said that they were going to try and murder us because we wouldn't do what he wanted. Now, this man is not saying the same thing, but he's giving us the same deal. I'll give you what you want on my terms and my terms alone. You won, but you did it right, but you did it wrong. I do not know if anyone can pass this test.
He is also protecting his people.
That's fine. But if he says, if what he says he believes, then protecting his people means sending them down to help us.
Maybe we just ask him. Sparky says. I mean, we're worried about the crystal and such. I don't know a lot about the crystal, but I know that we could just ask them if that's okay. If they say they're not going to honor it, they seem like they're all about honor.
Very wise, Sparky. I think that's a good idea. How do you feel?
I do not feel like I'm in a mental state to make good decisions right now.
I apologize.
You don't have to apologize. Not your fault. I'm telling you that I do not feel like I'm in a state to make good decisions right now. So, I don't know if anybody is, but I am not. I think that I agree we need to figure out what we're going to do one way or the other and get out of here as quickly as possible. I do not like the fact that we are told that every conversation we have can be heard by everybody that is in one of those white robes, and we have been told by somebody who presumes to be a leader here that he wishes us to usurp the king and kill him and overtake him. And that's just, no one said anything about that. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. And I'm very ill at ease. So if anybody has a plan that I think is a good plan, go ahead and do it.
Maybe it's not to kill him. Maybe it's to challenge him at a better way of taking care of his people, or it could be something as simple as that.
Sure.
Hutch. He chose you because of the hammer. Do you know how to use the hammer?
I wished to know how to use all of the powers of the hammer. I feel the knowledge coming to me, but it's not here yet.
Okay. So then it's possible that Essence could leave with us. Should she challenge him, and she could get in the hammer, and the warriors could come with us. As a possibility, it is possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
William, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we could try to ask. We could try to see if that's possible. But
Would you like to, do you feel like you're in a state to be able to ask?
I suppose.
Whatever we're gonna do, we should just do it.
Are we talking about Essence challenging Hex, or are we talking about
I don't wish to fight this man.
I think
Right.
asking if Hex would approve of her
taking the same
Challenge
test
as
that I
some.
did?
Exactly.
Right. Well,
Not challenging.
Not,
Not
challenging,
challenging.
but seeing
Okay,
if she's worthy
seeing if,
and
okay,
Of being
to
cool.
rule
To take the
alongside.
test.
Yes.
Right.
as it were.
We also want to know if Essence is in the hammer, will Hex's warriors still follow her as a leader of the Citadel? Will she still be recognized as a leader of the
I
Citadel?
guess we just have to ask.
She uses the hammer as a form of transportation,
Yes, she could. That's true.
right?
Essence, how do you feel about all this?
It is a way that I can serve. I must go into the hammer either way.
Right.
So
Thank you.
If one way will get us the warriors, that would be best. Thank you, Essence.
okay. So we're gonna move this along. You guys make your way out of the room, I imagine. Caddick's still sleeping. Love says, "Me gonna lay low for a while. We sit down." I say, "Yeah, I'll stay with you. Okay, no problem." If anyone notices
He covers himself.
this is gone, maybe you don't know where it is.
Okay, Lum.
It's true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't really know where we are. So
Me
yeah.
know what I'm not know what I'm talking about either.
Are you you're gonna stay here with Kadek?
Yeah,
Listen, do me a favor.
right.
Every time you hear him say Hutch, blacksmith, I want you to very quietly in his ear whisper,
Quiet. Me quiet.
whisper,
Okay.
Sir Hutch, Knight of Andar.
Sir Hutch, Knight of Andar.
Nice and quiet now, Lump. Right in his ear.
Got it.
Thank you, Lump.
Always remembering. Always on.
Oh man, that message is gonna be interesting. I love it. It's gonna be really interesting.
I love it.
Everyone roll a d6. You guys leave. You go into the portal. You make your way up top. Anyone roll a 6?
No.
Now,
No.
You roll already?
Or use a reroll.
Tell
Why
you
are
what,
we
if
rolling?
you use a reroll, let everyone roll again.
Why are we rolling?
This is to see if
using a
Kadek
reroll.
says
how it goes.
Oh, all right, if it sticks.
yeah.
Reroll.
Well, if he does it for an opportunity
Lump does it-
for Love to do it.
No.
One.
No.
Wow, I'll roll twice for it. No,
Oh man.
so it doesn't happen
Alright.
at least in the immediate future.
Man.
But Lump seems ready to do it. You guys make your way up. I'm sorry, you go through the portal. Different sideways, horizontal. You walk through, and you see everyone is kind of shocked that you're all back. They expect you to be resting. You were here. You had your chance. You make your way through, and you see the. Richard, yes, fans can roll in Discord. So if you guys, so our fans are now asking if they can roll for
Yes.
for a Hutch. I'm sorry, for Hutch's message for Lump, for Kadek. Yes. So Richard, let me know if anyone rolls a 6 and how many times it is. Meanwhile, you guys go into this grand throne room again. Again, you see the whole crystal walls. It's obviously it's very, very wide. Whatever you picture, widen it. Because I know what I picture, and that's not big enough. So widen it. Goes up to the top. The dark heart is all the way up in the shadows above. There's actually some flying angels there that are kind of guarding it. And one of the disciples, the glowing women walk over. You have returned. What is your desire? Why do you come?
There's another one amongst our party that we feel that King Hex may think worthy of his challenge, and would like to present that opportunity for him.
She turns to another, and you get the feeling that they're speaking telepathically. You can
I
kind
can
of
hear
hear it.
them.
Yeah. This is what it is said. Do you think their intentions are honest? I do not know. We could bring it to the Sacred One himself and let him decide, of course. I feel that is right. The rest of you just see him look at each other. One moment.
Did I tell them what they say?
If you want to say it out loud.
I just want to, yeah.
You say it out loud?
For them, just them to hear, not the whole room.
The question is, do you say it out loud? Yes or no?
Can I say it to them, actually, the glowing beings? I'll say our intentions are true.
Good.
That's a flex, you know.
Yeah, that was serious flex.
That was a very serious. That was a flex in game and out. Because you would just wiggled yourself out of that realm. She walks up to the throne. She walks behind the throne room, and you wait for a couple of minutes, and she comes back. Everyone, the Sacred One graces us with his presence once more. Please celebrate him. You're clapping a lot more now. I'm very happy. Before
That was like 4 this time.
before you did like 4 over like 10 seconds, and now you're warming up. You're warming up. This guy he ain't that bad. Ain't that bad. You know, it could be worse.
Best of the
Could be
worst.
worse.
That's the worst.
I've known a lot of hexes in my
I
time.
know. I see. Listen. If you see the other hexes, you wouldn't be clapping. But no, this guy, yeah. Come on, you can clap too.
In 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like, yeah!
Let's go.
You're going to have hex painted on your chest. H-E-X. Everyone has
Hex fist pumps.
You know, I used to not even clap at all, but now
Gotta support the team.
the whole support the team, the whole thing.
rainbow war paint.
He's like a rainbow. Hex. But I digest. You see, Hex comes walking around. Everybody applauds. He sits down. The tube still inserted in his wrist. He sits. I am told you have someone else to offer for our bargain. I would like to present myself. I am Essence. And if you cannot detect it already, I'm an ancient dragon. I do have an important mission. My mission is to get inside that hammer, to move my soul within it. I do this because the hammer is powerful and has contained much energy from many different timelines. If I do not do this, the hammer could destroy the very fabric of our reality. Therefore, I must enter. But I've been told you look for someone that you deem worthy to be ruler with you here. So I do not know of what conscious state or being I will have inside. I've never been in the hammer. I do not know of what I can add, but perhaps I can take this position. And while the hammer will be held by someone here, I will no less be leading this expedition. Yes. He's like, it's me. It's me.
Yes, sir.
She sees you. She's just like chooses not to
She didn't want to
add a footnote.
speak for you.
Yes.
If this is something that you would be all right, if I could perhaps be a leader in this way, in the form of inside the hammer, then I would offer myself for your honor. This is interesting. You are an ancient dragon. That deems you wise. But you are here in the realm of shadow, I would imagine, not by accident. You will be in the form of your soul state inside this crystal. I do not know you. I do not know much about this crystal. But, again, time is short. We will try. I understand what you propose to me. Essence, if you are willing, you may come sit in the chair.
I have this timer up on my phone.
I thought he was gonna make you do it.
I can't even imagine how would Brooke.
Yeah, no.
Brooke would either shine perfectly or crumble to dust. more like
true, though,
more
it's
like
true.
crumble into a shiny dust.
I mean, that's not so bad. Add a little water.
If you want to do this,
Nope,
from
nope,
there-
not at all. No, thank you. Appreciate the offer,
No
though.
thanks.
I'm out. I'm out.
Truly appreciate it.
If you ask for the ring, I would give it to you freely. Essence sits in the chair. He looks at her and he says, before you do this, you said you are to be in this crystal. Yes. If you must be in this crystal to make sure that our fabric of reality is not lost, then you may do it from within the crystal. You do not need to stay in this form. She looks at you.
She take the test from inside the hammer. That's what you say?
You're asking Hex?
Yes.
Yes, my concern is that something goes wrong here and that she does not enter this crystal. Is that not also a worry?
Yes, it's a very large worry.
The physical body is not a problem for the crystal. It is about the soul.
All right.
So you may choose whichever way is the more safer way. It does not matter to me. She looks at you because she doesn't know.
You should enter then, no? Enter the.
Yeah, wait, is this my decision to make?
She looks because I look to you. You are the crystal bearer.
I think so.
What is your subconscious link with the hammer's knowledge tell you?
And by the way, I'm going to say we're coming up to a check soon. Kind of overdue for what?
Do I?
It's literally whatever Dan thinks. You don't have any other knowledge.
What is he asking me?
Yeah.
He's just asking if she needs to. He's worried about her connecting through this large crystal of an ancient, and she should be in here, and something goes wrong. Like maybe she should be in the crystal. He's trying to safeguard reality. He's worried about everything blinking out of existence.
We're asking her to go in. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try and use my my truth ability
On Hex.
on Hex. Just gonna if it passes, he has to answer the question I ask him truthfully.
You have to roll probably skill level. What's your skill level of that skill?
I am going to tell you right now.
It would be on the front page.
Yeah. I was looking up the skill ability, so I didn't have it with me. Where are you? Truth on my page. You are. Oh, sorry, light's bad. It is 2.
2. Okay, so you roll 2 dice. You're looking for a 6.
Okay. 6.
Yes. You believe that he truthfully doesn't know, and that he's concerned about reality.
Okay. That's fine.
Is he?
I'm gonna make you roll in like 2 minutes. We're getting close to the end of the episode.
I'm just not understanding. Is he concerned about her entering the crystal within the crystal
He's concerned about her doing this and,
while in the crystal?
and just not getting to the crystal in time,
Right.
or not being in there, or she connects in a way that makes her uneligible to go into the crystal. He'd rather her be in the crystal and save reality.
Yeah.
Because to this
That's
moment,
what we want.
Yes, that's what we
Yes.
want.
till,
Yeah.
till this moment, he knows that the Citadel will be safe. But this is the first time that he's like, "Are you telling me that all of existence is going to crumble?"
Right.
He's
okay.
saying get in that crystal. He's saying get in the hammer now.
Right.
And we have the
And then
warriors
take
as
the
well.
test.
No. Get in the hammer now. You can take the test from the hammer.
Right.
That's what he said.
That's what
Right.
he said.
Oh, okay.
The hammer is a soul crystal.
Don't worry
And
about
how-
how.
okay,
Just-
okay, cool, yeah.
that's
He's
just
telling you
how
that it can
works.
happen.
Ah,
I think
okay.
he's. I,
So if he's
I always
saying
sense
it
that
can
he's
happen,
lying.
then okay.
The hammer is a soul crystal. This is a giant crystal. There's no.
Right.
He's not worried about that. I think he's also just like, if it doesn't work, I still want her to be inside. Then you're not gonna
Right.
get what you want. He cares less about what you want and more about
Not
things not
destroying
ending.
reality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which.
Makes sense.
It's a reasonable request.
Valid.
Okay.
Okay, so she looks at you. You say okay. She puts her. Oh, I'm sorry. She just walk over to you. I guess you come up.
Whoa.
Would you come on up? I suppose.
Right. She's up at the top. We're still at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She puts her. I wish all of you luck. I hope that I can do my part. by
We'll
doing
be
this.
with you, Essence.
Thank you, Essence.
She puts her hand on the crystal. She focuses, and you see the crystal that was doing like a pulsing the whole time solidifies. Stays a single light.
All right.
You may put your crystal hammer on the throne.
Oh,
That's how she's gonna.
okay. I put it on the throne. Hold it on the throne.
You will have to let go, otherwise you will be made part of what happens.
I think we have to trust it.
Do you stand there? I imagine you do, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not moving away.
Okay. Hammer's on the throne. He steps back, and you see the walls crackle with the rainbow energy. Everybody just kind of waits. Everyone's silent, except for one guy who's drinking a human in the back.
Carl, come on.
You see the light shimmers, similar to when you did it. You don't know the wish that she makes, but all of a sudden you see rainbow go, and you see the disciples are like start applauding. Everyone starts applauding. It is done.
She did it.
So be it. She is the other ruler with myself. I must say, I did not think that another could make the same connection as myself. Oh. All of a sudden, the crystal hammer turns purple with all the essence and soul of the necromancer. The whole crystal goes up and goes purple. And that is where we stop for today.
What?
What? Wait, did the hammer move?
No.
The
No.
purple, the color.
Inside. Inside.
The necromancer is inside the crystal. Great job, guys.
Thanks for listening. Check out more shows like this at theaudiodungeon.com.